Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're talking about Raid Shadow Legends. My husband, Odd One Gaming, has officially quit, so let's react. Alright, so yeah, if you didn't already know, hello, I am Suzi. I also go by Ivy League Gaming. I met Odd One because of Raid Shadow Legends, because of Twitch, so this game, even though we certainly have our feelings about it at times, it's a love-hate, right? It is a big part of our history, our life, and we wouldn't be in our situation with our beautiful, perfect baby girl right now, buying our house and moving into our new house. Well, not new, but new to us. Amazing home that we're proud to be able to purchase. We wouldn't have this lifestyle as full-time gaming content creators, and none of this would be without Raid. So I'm gonna just give a little bit of a, I guess, more of my thoughts before watching it, so you guys can hear my perspective as his wife and as a fellow content creator who also quit Raid 2 years ago. Which, yeah, I have my video of saying goodbye to Raid as well, which was very emotional because it felt like I wasn't saying goodbye to a game. Who cares? It's just a game. You felt like you were saying goodbye to a community. And I was so scared that I was going to lose touch with all the things that made me love Raid to begin with. Which, the ironic part now is here I am working as the community manager for FATELESS. So that is obviously, if you're a Raid player, you probably know what I mean, because it's the company that was started by HellHades, Simon, Fiction, Dan, and then Sham as well. And yeah, it's an amazing full circle moment to go from playing some random game to following HellHades on YouTube and Twitch, joining Twitch because of HellHades, because I wanted to follow him there because I just really liked him. And then to becoming a content creator myself, meeting Odd One because of that, getting married, having HellHades and the HH Gaming folks, some of them come to our wedding, and then to work for them. So it's just the coolest full circle moment, and I'm really honored to have worked and got to know some of the Raid community, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. I can't imagine my life is so different now. I'm so glad I dramatically took this huge risk to come to Romania and marry a guy I barely knew. This guy. This guy. And it's definitely been worth every second, or any struggle or anything, whatever. It's all been worth it. So I've never pushed him to quit, for one. I should probably say that, because you guys might be like, oh, your wife quit forever ago. I bet she's been telling you you should quit, you should quit. I'm sure that's a thought some people might have, but no. Like, I might be like, ugh, Raid, when he talks about it, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I never, I never overly pushed him to do anything. It was just like, well, if you still like it, then play. If you don't like it, then don't play. You know, and it's every time you complain about something, you're like, oh, it's playing him again, and whatever, yep. Oh gosh, same thing, different day. I don't know how you still play that game. Sure, I might think that or say those things sometimes, but I never tried to push him to quit. It just didn't make sense for him to quit if he was still enjoying it, and if like the YouTube was still going well, and yeah, it never was some influence of mine. Now, I probably should also say, before I continue this video, everything I say in this video clearly has no reflection upon FATELESS, Godforge, HellHades, HH Gaming, the people I associate with there. This is a personal video from my personal YouTube channel. Again, not related anyway to my job as a community manager for FATELESS. I'm just gonna be as honest as I can and try to be fair as well, as fair as I can. Which is why I'm this is just a chill video. I'm gonna take the time to talk to you guys and yeah, share my thoughts. I'm not going to explain everything about how I felt about the game when I quit. You can watch my video if you really want to see that raw emotion, but it's not surprising and it's sad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this whole video with you guys here now and record it. And then I'm going to show you parts of my reactions and what he says. I'm not going to show you everything because I think it's more appropriate that you go and watch the video and absorb it for yourself first. So maybe do that now. Maybe pause my video, go watch this video, just raw his conversation. Then come back to mine if you haven't already watched his video on his channel yet. Go watch his video in full first, just to see his thoughts. And then you can see my continuation of thoughts and reacting to his thoughts after. I didn't listen to him record this. I don't know what he said. So I'm just going to pull some pieces that maybe resonate with me from this whole video. But to watch the whole thing, obviously go check out his channel. And yeah, if you're on this channel of mine, you can follow both me and Odd One while we are covering King Arthur Legends Rise. So, and also go support him with King Arthur Legends Rise if you haven't already supported a content creator, because he needs to get 200 supporters so he can get to the next tier of the content creator program, because he has more subs and he needs to get there. So yeah, you support the people. Okay, let's go ahead and let this roll. And here are the highlights.
Hey guys, this is Odd One Gaming, and this is going to be my last Raid Shadow Legends video. So yeah, it's finally official. I'm officially quitting Raid Shadow Legends. You know, it's no clickbait, no nothing. I haven't posted for a while Raid Shadow Legends content. For those of you who might have, you know, seen that, right? I've been focusing King Arthur a lot, and I just, you know, I think I just had like one video a couple of weeks ago or last week where I did some summons for somebody. It was pretty fun and all that, but the reality is I've decided to quit playing Raid Shadow Legends. Now, what do I mean by that? It's not just quitting of covering the game, right? Which I already stopped doing that for quite a little bit, for almost a month. But I've also decided to, like, you know, not play the game anymore. So I'm giving my account away. I already, you know, found somebody to give my account away to, which means I'm not gonna have an account for Raid Shadow Legends anymore. I'm not gonna be playing this anymore. Now it's you know, it's a little bit of a, I guess, half emotional. But also in the future, I'm looking forward to Godforge. So if you're watching me and you're looking forward to Godforge yourself, I guess stay subscribed, because once Godforge comes out, maybe even during the beta, I plan to, you know, go all in on that game, because I have massive faith in HellHades and his team, right? And FATELESS itself. I have a massive faith that they're gonna do an amazing job. Now, if we're talking about HellHades, I kind of want to say that, you know, I want to say massive thank you to Simon, aka HellHades, because
Okay, so let me stop there. Yeah, so again, just to reiterate, if you guys are interested in Godforge, Fateless in the future, stay subscribed. That way you'll know when he's starting to cover it properly, because he will be covering that full time, going all in, and we all have faith that it's going to be great. Obviously, I work for the company, and I get to see what's behind the scenes. I get to see the progress. I get to see monthly meetings of what's going on, or special presentations every week that people do to show what's going on. And it's looking so good. And every single meeting, I feel better and better and better about the game, about what's happening. We're sharing the raw process along the way. We're in like a weird alpha beta state that's like the behind the scenes, but the industry uses different terms for all that. So we will be having our closed beta. There are signups on the Fateless website for that. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just exciting to know that that's coming, and Odd One will obviously be covering that. So that's all. And his website I am helping with a bit. I like to be a proofreader. I'm really good at proofreading other stuff, even though I'm a lazy Discord typer and have to edit every single post I make. It's because I don't reread it. I just type it and have typos, then fix it later. I'm really good at proofreading, and formatting articles and English in general was a strong suit for me. So yeah, I am either writing some articles for him a little bit here and there or editing articles for him, and helping with suggestions with his website. And it's going really well. For King Arthur is going to be the start, but that's the basis for what will be the focus of Godforge. So good things.
If we're talking about HellHades, I kind of want to say that, I want to say massive thank you to Simon, aka HellHades, because he's been the inspiration for me starting to, do content creation in general. I've been a gamer for, all my life. Ever since I owned a PC, I always loved games. I always played several games. And the first time that I actually thought about covering this is after I started watching some of HellHades' videos, some of his streams, and I just casually asked him on Discord, what would you suggest I do to be able to, start this as a thing, to do it as a job? And he was kind enough to help me with some advice, give me some tips, help me obviously promote me a ton with the free-to-play series and all that. So he's, HellHades is always going to be in my heart. I will always have his back. He's an amazing human being, not just an amazing content creator. And
like he said, and like I always say, HellHades is literally, kidding not kidding, the reason we met. It's so weird. Raid, of course, before HellHades, but we both had a, like a fondness for him and his content. And because of that, we became content creators ourselves. And I think that's why we're both so excited about Godforge. And even if I wasn't working for the company, I would be making videos. I would be making those weekly Friday leaks and all those fun videos if I wasn't staff, because I just have faith in him as a human and as a I guess, founder of a company. I trust his judgment and I trust his character. There's something about him that you could just tell he's a good person, and he is very honest and just genuine with his enthusiasm and his excitement. It is just the sweetest, warmest thing in my heart to watch him in some of these videos where you can just tell he's like a little kid in a candy shop, talking about all the cool stuff that we're doing with the game, and his passion shows. And anyone that does not believe it or see it or thinks anything negative even remotely of him, those are the people I question their character and their judgment, because I don't know, I'm just like Odd One, we just have huge respect for him. We've met him, we've met Rachel, Lady H, we've met a lot of these people, and they are great people and great business people. They're smart at the end of the day as well. So I just think you're going to get a perfect game to come that balances being a smart business person, but also that values community and just creates a damn good game, right? From a game made by gamers that just wants to make a damn good game that's fun to play. You're going to be looking at it in a different perspective, and it's just been a really fun journey. So I'm really glad he took a moment to call out a thank you to HellHades. But yeah, again, watch his video for all of the full details. I'm just trying to add my extra thoughts along the way.
Life. Also, I'm thankful to all the amazing people that I've met because of this game, not just Simon, right? There's tons of other amazing content creators, tons of community members, like as an example, LS Soldier, met because of Raid. He's now a close friend, always comes visiting. Again, he's been to the wedding, he's been to the baby's christening, he just recently visited. And yeah, all in all, it's, it's definitely been something beautiful that has happened, which, it's all thanks of Raid. I still have the t-shirt, right? I forgot to mention. I'm wearing this t-shirt now because I'm not sure when else I can wear
it. Yeah, that's the true thing, the community, which that's what I loved about Raid from the beginning. I really got involved with the friendly side of it, the content creators doing videos together, the competitions, the streaming on Twitch and feeling like you're becoming friends with your chat, friends with the community. And we genuinely do. Like, Soldier became an IRL friend. Daysri is one of my examples of someone that I consider a friend, even though I've only met them online. I care about her as a human, not just some random person that's watched my videos that's, oh, cool, you're a great supporter. It's like, no, we care about these people. We want to become friends with our community. And we're not even kidding. Like, when it comes to getting to know our community, we really mean it. Like, we value that. We want to be your friends. When you guys want to come to Europe, if you're from America, Romania is cheap as hell. Vacation, come hang out with us. We really, really, yeah, we mean it. Like, people see us streaming and we're like, oh, Bambi. Bambi's another great example. Here's Chim Bambi. She's like, she really loves castles and all that and wants to do castle tours. Like, yeah, come to Romania. Let's go do some castle tours together, and then you could stay with us and hang out. We mean that. Like, that's fun. And even though we're busy parents now and busy with full-time content creator life, it's really cool that we've got to connect to people from all over the world. And while we may not be able to be like best friends that see people all the time to anyone else, because we have these weird little bubbles, we still like to be making the new friends we've made, and it's just a unique little culture here, and that's all because of Raid.
However, I guess time to switch a little bit to the other side. From my point of view, for at least for the last 2 years, or like 2 years and a bit, I've not been enjoying it as much because I mean, I do understand that it's a business, right? I always try to put myself in the perspective of the business, but unfortunately, the negative part of the game just took over from my point of view. That's why 2 years ago, I decided to completely stop spending and not support the game anymore because from my point of view, it didn't deserve my money. I just wanted to believe that it can be done better, right? It is a business, they can still make money, but the decisions and the way that they have been taking this game, it's just shittier and shittier, like, pardon my French. But like I mentioned, up until like 2 years ago, I feel like the game was still in a strong spot. I feel like the game was still balanced, was still catered towards, you know, the possibility of being able to compete even as free-to-play with the whales. And from my point of view, everything went downhill when they started introducing the empowerment.
So I'm gonna, I guess, just lightly touch on this. I don't want to just sit there and bash Clarion because we've done that enough already. We all know how we feel. I don't think I need to really say it too much, but it's just how I felt when I quit was that. It was just one thing after another. It just was very greedy feeling decisions. It seemed like they never listened to the community with anything. I get you've got to not listen to what everything. If we made Godforge by only what the people said as advice, it would be a hot mess. You're right. There's got to be a balance of listening to the community, but also having a vision and creating a game and sticking to your style or sticking to a plan or whatever. Sure. But the things that they have done over time just felt like it got worse and worse and worse. It started with them changing the summoning rotation. It used to be like, we knew. Remember, guys, back in my day, we used to know when it was going to be 2 times Ancients, 2 times Sacreds, 2 times Voids. It used to go in that alphabetical order. There was a rotation. You knew exactly when it was coming. It was every so often, and you could plan for it. And then they started doing midweek events and these random, okay, there hasn't been a 2 times or a guaranteed Sacred in a while event. There will be one soon. And then if they started double upping on events and back to back of this and back to back of that, and it was just like, it got to the point where I was just so frustrated with the FOMO feeling. But by being transparent, you could allow the free-to-play people to plan and be happy and letting people know of things ahead of time. But I think if you could allow people to have a calendar of events ahead of time and be able to really, yeah, plan. You're going to make spenders spend early because they're going to be buying the good packs that you're throwing out weeks ahead of time because they know this amazing thing is coming in 2 or 3 weeks that they want to have as many summons as possible for because they want to get multiple copies of the hero so they can empower them or awaken them or whatever it might be. That's, I think, a benefit to everybody. So I don't know why these companies had to go these routes of such last-minute impulsiveness, preying on people's addictions, and I don't know, and yeah, impulsiveness, and just making it feel so dirty, and then people get frustrated every time there's a new summoning event. New summoning events should be fun and exciting. You should be excited. Ooh, there's a new banner. I can't wait to get that hero. That sounds cool. You shouldn't be like, oh God, there's another event. There's no way I could pull for any of these events. You know, like, I think the stress of all that really got to me after a while. And I've never seen a game do it so bad as Raid. So it was a huge factor in me quitting, honestly. But there's a lot of other stuff too that I've seen happen since I quit, which I think led to a lot of his frustration too. You see them put out an LA attack hero for free. Yay, free epic for everybody, right? Wasn't it an epic, I think? And then they nerf LA attack and Hydra, and you're like, good job. You give people free stuff and then you make it useless. Just little things that just keep happening and keep happening and keep happening. Eventually, the player base can only take so much.
You know, for somebody like me, their content creator program sucks, from my point of view, right? We have other games like there was, you know, there was Dragonair, there was Infinite Magic Raid, Ace. There were so many other games that incentivize you in a way, you know, to be able to do good. So not only do I get some of the payments from YouTube, which are not the biggest because they depend on views and ads, but they also have, like, you know, based on how many views you have, you get a certain payment from the company, kind of like, you know, I guess it's a way of saying thank you for, you know, covering our game pretty much for free. Based on your views, we're gonna pay you something. That means a lot for somebody like me that, again, has this as a full-time job, and just Raid this nothing, not even like, you know, end-game promotion of content creators or other things. There's just very little things that they did to, you know, support something like that.
Yeah, that is huge. And it's something that we've had to face the reality of. I have a lot. The Raid Content Creator Program, I think, is the only game that I've covered for more than a couple months. Every game I've really played, even accidentally realized, had a paying content creator program. Paying money, cash dollars, not just in-game rewards. And it's a huge, huge incentive to get people to still cover your game, even when you might start to see other games that are pulling your attention away. You might still cover a game, and it might give you an increase of interest or encouragement, at least to stick to it when you're debating otherwise. Or you might just really love it and have an extra passion for the game because the company is wonderful and very supportive, and you feel like you're valued, and you feel like if community feedback is well received and there's a good content creator program, and that does involve cash potential. Again, those are all just things that make you as a content creator feel like you're valued and that you can support your decision to keep playing the game. I loved Genshin Impact. It made me no money. I love AFK Journey, and I had to stop playing it because King Arthur came out, and the potential there was just better. It fit my audience better. So sometimes we have to make decisions that even if we love a game, we stop playing them because it's financially not smart. And that's the reality when this becomes your job. So he has to consider the fact that he can enjoy another game more, King Arthur, and the views are about the same as his raid views. So his YouTube is making, actually better because the RPM rate is better. And they have a paying incentive program with the supporters, which I think might be talking about next. So all those things in mind, why would you keep covering a game that you're starting to feel mad about, that you're sick of a terrible company decisions about, when everything else just lines up to be better? Awaken Chaos Era, like you said, Dragonair, Infinite Magic Raid, they all had like cash bonuses when you had certain views. Amazing. Or even at least when you get to certain tiers, like King Arthur has this supporter program where you'll get a percentage of what people spend. Like there's the littlest things like that that might not sound like it'll be much are just huge for some people. Dragonair's content creator program pays a lot for very little views. So I'm sure they're holding on to content creators that would have quit a long time ago if $0 were involved. So I think it's just really nice to see companies start to value content creators in that way, of trying to hold on to them in a different manner, not just by, oh, here's some in-game rewards because you like playing our game, cool, but also let's give a little bit of cash for those of you that actually need it, that do this for a living especially. That helps keep people around longer. Now, on the flip side, I'm going to clarify what I mean by this is I will never just play a game that I hate and be fake about it just for the money. Like, yeah, will I do a sponsorship for a video, like one video or something where I check something out and it's kind of cheesy and it's whatever? Yeah, I'll check something out, but would I really play a game that I don't like at all just because it pays well? No. I quit Dragonair early because of the whole bye-bye US thing, and I chose to get rid of over $1,000 of a sponsorship by doing that when I could have kept finishing the sponsorship off just to keep my integrity. So while I am talking about money being important in the value of the games we choose to cover as a content creator, I still have my, my morals, so don't worry. And I know he does too.
I know, Raid just doesn't do it. Like, it doesn't matter.
As the live arena thing pops up, reminding me that, oh yeah, Raid is forcing people to do live arena with your daily quests and your progress missions. No. No. That's one thing I love about AFK Journey is, and I really wish if King Arthur didn't come out, I would have still tried to grow that channel and make it become a thing, even though it was really low viewership because I loved it so much. They're coming out with a new daily quest type system, or they might already be out. I don't know. I don't think so yet. But where you get to choose what content you do daily in order to get those rewards. So if you like the live arena type thing, the honor duel, or if you like fishing, or if you like doing the labyrinth, you can do whichever thing you like to do, and that will get you points toward the daily. You don't have to do live arena. And honestly, when it came to AFK Journey, I never did live arena unless I felt like it. The only exception being when they had events for doing honor duel, and then maybe you get like a skin at the end. I would do the bare minimum, which would be like do 3 fights a day or something, or not even the whole time. Do it like 1 fight a day was probably even enough to get the skin sometimes. So I think games are very generous that feel like they're not forcing you to do certain things. Just feels so much better. And this whole fiasco of them forcing live arena, which only happens at certain times a day, which again does not align with an older, busy audience that is playing a mobile game. You don't want to force people to be online at certain times. This was just another bad decision.
So yeah, I'm quitting Raid. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna have an account anymore. I don't think I'm ever gonna come back to it unless, like, I know there was another game, like, the prequel, right? Or sorry, a sequel to Raid, like Raid 2, that was mentioned a while back. I might come back to play that when it comes out. Or if, I don't know, maybe I play King Arthur and that one doesn't work too well and starts dying down, and I see I have more time on my hands, because again, time is more and more limited because I have an 8-month baby girl, right? I have to take care of the baby girl as well. I'm a full-time father, first of all. I'm a full-time father, and only after that, I'm a full-time content creator. But in the future, like, I don't know, if HellHades launches a free-to-play series and the time allows it, I might just join that for a quick session. But for now, it's just, this is it. This is game over. This is my official I quit Raid Shadow Legends video.
So I'm gonna mention that too. Yeah, the idea of if Plarium does another Raid spin-off type game, that was talked about forever ago, and I don't know what happened to that. If that happens, would I check it out? Yeah, why the hell not? And you might say because you hate Plarium. Everyone hates Plarium. But you know what? I've also heard that if you play Mech Arena, which is so much fun, and also buy Plarium, that doesn't feel terrible at all. They don't make bad purchasing related decisions. It's great for low spenders or free to play friendly. It's a fun, great game that doesn't have the same feel, apparently. Like, if that's still the case, I don't know, but that was the case by some people that talked about it in my Twitch chat like a year or two ago, I don't know. So just because Raid Shadow Legends feels greedy doesn't mean their future game would be the same feel. Maybe they would learn from their experiences and implement a different strategy and try to test a different approach to the community. Who knows? Maybe they're hanging out with us Godforge folks and realizing how community involved we are. And maybe they will give that a try too. Who knows? Just kidding, not kidding. But I would definitely check anything out that they did because they do make a great game at the core, right? At the core of things, Raid Shadow Legends is a very successful, well-developed game. There were just some strange decisions made that all feel like the gambling company that is Aristocrat, so it's not a surprise. And like he said too, a free-to-play series. This is something I always wish would have good timing for me too. If by chance, yes, King Arthur, for example, doesn't pan out the way we expect, and come January, February, it's already a dead game. Just kidding, it's too soon. I hope it doesn't die that fast. But you never know. Let's say February. Oh wait, no, HellHades is going to be too busy with Godforge beta coming out in like March or something. But if that happened where we did a free-to-play series, I would even consider playing a free-to-play series temporarily again. I would. Or hell, to be blunt, like we talked about, if I got offered a really cool sponsorship to play Raid at a time when I could afford the time, that's the key word. I don't have the time right now. So would I do a month-long free-to-play series for Raid? No, even if I got offered. I did get offered something related to a sponsorship with Raid that was long-term possibilities with a channel, or sort of. I don't know. It was an interesting conversation, but I couldn't. I wouldn't have the time. So besides doing something where I could only play for like a week and check it out, I am open to always rechecking out the game. You know, it's kind of fun to play a game again from a new player perspective and see how things feel. So I would be open to coming back temporarily.
Again, thank you to every single one of you watching, supporting me for all this period. It means the world to me. Like, you know, I might not say it too often, but it really does, right? Again, it really does. It allows me to do what I love and continue doing this because of all of your support. Again, I'm currently covering King Arthur Legends Rise. If you still want to, you know, support me, you can stay subscribed, maybe give that game a try. It's pretty fun, right? It's pretty fun. You can play it completely free to play. I'm playing King Arthur completely free to play. You might want to give it a shot, but in the future the plan is going to be for me to cover Godforge again, right? When Godforge comes out, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go full on dedicated to Godforge because I do believe that that's going to be the true raid killer, right? That's gonna be the one that's gonna do so good that it's gonna make people forget about Raid Shadow Legends, because again, I have massive faith in Simon, Dan, Sham, you know, all the team out there. My wife, obviously, Suzi, that's a community manager. I have massive faith that they're gonna release the best gacha game, or if not the best, maybe one of the best gacha games out there, and I think it's gonna stay for years. But yeah, guess we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Again, thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, that's King Arthur, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. I guess happy holidays for those of you that might unsubscribe because I'm not gonna cover Raid. Wish you all the best. I wish you an amazing life, health, and all the good stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I cannot speak anymore. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Okay, so there we have it, guys. What do you think? I don't know if I said anything surprising or what you expected, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to have a chat and see my thoughts about things and how I can agree and relate to it all as well. I've been there, done that, and for now, I'm in the same boat. I'm playing Watcher of Realms on my main channel still, and that company has been nothing but amazing, so I certainly don't plan to quit anytime soon. Maybe I'll get streaming that more a little bit next year, especially when I settle into the house. We can get a better routine. Maybe I'll start live streaming again more often. And I am playing King Arthur on this channel mostly, minus the occasional other game update like this, or the occasional Godforge update, which I need to do more often, honestly. And yeah, hopefully King Arthur sticks around for a little bit, and then we'll have Godforge coming out with betas eventually, and the whole game will be launching in the later summer, I think, of next year. So lots of exciting stuff happened, but let me know what you think about Odd One finally quitting in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.